Hello and welcome to this edition of the Lynne Hayes Freeland Show. Okay, I got to be honest. I'm glad that I don't have school-age kids because I think at this point I would probably be stressed out. I know that it's a lot to juggle, but it seems that a lot of the people I know are handling this masterfully. Or are they? Well, I've got a panel of experts here from Pittsburgh Brown Mamas who are going to put this all in perspective. Please welcome my guests today. They include Muffy Mendoza. She has a total of 3 kids, but her oldest is now out of school. I'm guessing he's still at home. Is that correct, though, Muffy?
He's out of school. Still here.
Okay. Okay, still at home. I figured that. Medina Jackson has 1 child, but she also works full time. And I don't know, I kind of got the impression she works a couple of different jobs. Erica Dowens has 2 kids. Brandi Lee has 2 boys. I want to make sure I get everybody right. Nicole Sims has let's see, she has 3. She's got a daughter, she's got a granddaughter. She's also spends time in education. Did I get everybody? I think I did. Welcome to you all.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to throw this out for everybody, and I want everybody to respond because some of you have done some homeschooling before, I'm guessing. But this whole pandemic thing is an altogether different situation. Good experience, bad experience, ready to pull your hair out. What's it been like?
Who's going first?
I was going to say, Muffy, you go first.
All right. So for me, because I've been homeschooling forever, well, not forever, but for the last 6 years, I didn't think it was going to be like a huge transition. I was like, oh, we're already in the house. Like, you know, we do school. We're already at home doing most of our learning. And then it dawned on us that we wouldn't be able to leave the house. And that's when things got a little bit sticky because it's like my kids do extracurricular activities. They go to after school program. And now none of that is there. So now we're all just in the house. And those first 3 months were really, really tough. Like I started doing yoga because I needed to find a way to center myself. And because I run Pittsburgh Brown Mamas, I was seeing a lot of the moms in my community like, what the heck is this? How do I do this? Asking a lot of questions. So it's definitely been, it's not easy for homeschoolers either.
Okay. All right. And see, that's interesting because in my head, I was thinking that was a very smooth transition for you guys. Okay. Who else?
I'll add that it's been, you asked me earlier how it was going and the word I used was swimmingly. Uh-huh. So my 13-year-old is an 8th grader and my granddaughter is a 4th grader and they attend a local charter school here. And so things have been pretty seamless for them. And we've been really pleased at the way that the school has been able to pivot and make sure that their learning continues and is positive. But on the other hand, I also get to see what that looks like in comparison to other students who are in districts that aren't really mastering the whole transition to remote learning. So it's still a little bittersweet for me personally.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to weigh in on that?
I'll say that it has been quite an adjustment, as Muffy mentioned, just being in the house because my son is very active in extracurricular activities. And with that being cut or coming to a standstill, he's really missing the interaction with his friends. This year has been a little bit better with the virtual learning and the interaction with the students and the teachers via video calls during their classes. But towards the end of last year, he was really, really missing out on just the social interaction with being with friends and whether it be after school programs or extracurricular activities. So we're adjusting to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
I like to agree with Nicole with the bittersweet. I actually transitioned from a work from home job to a full-time job out at an office. as this was all happening. So it was tricky. I had a first grader and a seventh grader, and strangely enough, the first grader's experience was a lot smoother than the seventh grader's experience. And I also found myself just doing extra work when I came home just to supplement. It seemed like they were bored and they didn't learn much. They were experiencing tech issues. So I found myself doing more work. So I'm tired and busy.
So, and I want to just pick up on that, because a lot of the parents that I talk to now tell me basically they're exhausted. They feel as if between work and the kids, they never have any time to themselves. Common feeling?
Yeah, I think for me, when people lately have been asking me how I've been doing, I kind of jokingly but seriously say, I'm screaming into the void right now. So it's just very, it's a lot to juggle. I'm very fortunate enough to be able to work from home. So I have a job plus 2 projects that I can do everything from home. And so with the pandemic, I felt like, Octavia Butler's book, Parable of the Sower, has been very instructive for me. A big metaphor in that book is about change and partnering with change versus fighting against change. So it's a lot about adaptation too. So I've been trying to embody that and partner with change and just kind of go with this. Mm-hmm. So there have been some challenges, and there have also been some possibilities that have been discovered through this time. When we went from going into virtual learning, I felt like I kind of found a sense of balance right before, and then starting the school virtual learning, it just kind of threw all that off. So now I'm kind of trying to find my rhythm again. My son, he's brilliant, beautiful, excellent, all the things. And he also needs a lot of support. So I have to kind of navigate him through every aspect of his learning, from getting on to his classes to setting up his schoolwork, helping him with the work and so forth. So it's a lot to try to get the things that I need to get done. And sometimes things don't get done in the time that I would like for them to get done. Mm-hmm. And I've had to be very honest with his teachers as well, and just tell them, this is what I have going on. We're partnering together and we're going to do our best. However, there may be moments where something may not get done. And so I've had to really reestablish what my standard is for his education and our standard together for his education, not just base it on what the school expects from him, but what we as a family expect from him, and support him and really be conscious of his needs and where he is mentally and emotionally in this time, and socially.
You raised a couple points I want to pick up on, and we'll do that right after this commercial break. So stick around. We're talking to moms in the pandemic. How are they adjusting? Stick around when the Lynne Hayes Freeland Show continues. We'll be right back.